Hello, my name's Rose Renault, and I'm a school counselor at East High School. And right now, I would be teaching mindfulness after school at East High School if we were still in school. So, seeing as it is Thursday after school on the first day that we are trying to learn from home, I thought it'd be a good time to record some mindfulness lessons so you guys can watch them and practice from home. The curriculum I use is called Learning to Breathe, and it is a mindfulness-based stress reduction program specifically for teenagers. And mindfulness this class is going to be different from other classes because there won't be any written assignments, any tests, any projects. It is just a way to learn to pay attention. And it also does have the benefit for most people of stress reduction. And I want to keep offering it because I think we all could use some stress reduction in our lives currently. Each time that I record a small 15-minute section, it will have a little bit of learning about mindfulness, and then I will give you some practices that you can actually do right there while you're watching. So mindfulness is a way of using our minds to pay attention to what's going on inside of us and outside of our bodies. Being mindful is a way to help us stay strong and balanced. It is a great practice during stressful times, and it gives you the inner edge is one of the goals of mindfulness or empowerment. It's like inner strength training, just like practice after school for track. When you run around the track, it helps you get better at running. When you practice your dribbles in soccer or basketball, it helps you get better at soccer or basketball. When you hit the ball in baseball over and over and over, that practice helps you get better at hitting the ball in baseball or softball. So this is practice for like your inner self. It's inner strength training. So the goal is empowerment, to gain the inner edge. Again, I wanted to just let you know the curriculum is called Learning to Breathe. So the letters in breathe are all different parts of the mindfulness that I'll be teaching. First is B in breathe, and it's your body. Listen, your body is trying to tell you something. Our first 3 lessons will be revolving around mindfulness of your body. Next is R in reflection of your thoughts. Your thoughts are just thoughts, so we shouldn't give them more power than they have. And then we'll do a few lessons about mindfulness about our thoughts. Next is emotions, and we'll practice surfing the waves of our emotions. After E is A, attention. Attention to body, thoughts, and feelings are good stress reduction. And that is the goal, is stress reduction and stress management. T, my favorite lessons, tenderness. Take it as it is. Learn to be kind to yourself. We are our own worst critics, and mindfulness will help us learn to be kind to ourselves. And habits, healthy habits of mind. Finding ways to practice mindfulness in your life reduces stress and increases inner strength. So that goes back to your empowerment, your inner strength. So today we're going to do 2 small mindfulness practices. The first one is just right now, just notice. I would like you to just sit and notice what you notice. Again, mindfulness is paying attention to what's happening right now and see what you notice when you're paying attention. I'm going to give us 30 seconds to just notice and pay attention. I'll keep track of the time. So that was 30 seconds. And I wondered if you guys noticed anything. I wonder if you noticed any sounds, any colors or shapes. Wonder if you noticed any feelings, any smells, any tastes. These are all called your senses, and your five senses are the way you perceive the world. And if you can pay attention to your senses, that's actually practicing mindfulness. And that's what these first few lessons on paying attention to your body are. I'm going to ring the bell, and I'd like you to just listen for how long the bell rings. If I could find my little thing. I'll use my pen instead. See how long this bell lasts when you're just paying attention to the sound of the bell. Do you still hear it? I think the sound has finally gone away. So when you pay attention, you might notice things different than you would if you were trying to do 3 things at once or 4 things at once, like many of us try to do. Have you ever had a conversation with someone that was just so wonderful because you were totally paying attention to them and they were totally paying attention to you? Maybe with a parent or with a teacher. Maybe you just noticed that you guys were really listening and really hearing each other. A lot of times we're doing a lot of things at once. We're texting, or we're thinking about what we need to do after school, or we're worried about our homework, and we're trying to have a conversation with our parents or with our friends. And we're not doing anything really well. We're doing a lot of things kind of okay. So with practice of mindfulness, you might find that you get better at a lot of things just because you're doing one on purpose, one thing at a time. The next thing I'd like to invite you to do is we're going to do a short mindful breathing practice. If you would put your hand on your stomach, I can't see my stomach, but I have my hand on my stomach, and exhale all of the air out of you. Squeeze all the air out till you're empty. Your hand is probably going in towards your spine, towards the back, and then when you take a deep breath, your hand will rise as your belly and your rib cage and your shoulders fill up with air. And now exhale. You're going to squeeze the air out of your chest and out of your belly to be empty. Again, with your hand gently on your belly, fill up with air. Your belly rises, your rib cage expands, your shoulders might rise, and exhale completely. Your shoulders lower, your rib cage compresses, and your diaphragm and your belly squeeze. That is a deep, intentional breath. And that is how you can automatically calm yourself down if you are feeling upset. So next time you feel worried or if you feel an aftershock, if you take a few slow, deep breaths, you'll notice you'll start to feel better faster than if you didn't. Maybe that's the next thing you could practice. Or when you start to worry about your homework that you need to turn in and you're not sure how to turn it in online, take a few slow, deep breaths and see if that helps you so you can figure out how to log into your computer or how to get your assignment done and turned in. I'd like to have us try a mindful breathing exercise. If you could sit comfortably, or if you're at home and you feel comfortable lying down, go ahead and lie down. You can put your feet on the floor if you're sitting up and your hands in your lap. If you're lying down, lie on your back with your feet falling away and your arms at your sides. If you're sitting up, sit up straight, not stiff. And put your hands in your lap again. And then if you feel comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes. And we're going to start by paying attention to the inside. I'm going to guide you through this. Again, if you feel comfortable, close your eyes. Otherwise, just let your eyes just soften, allowing your gaze to not be focused on anything. Just kind of like zone out with your eyes if they're not closed. And see if you can become aware of your breathing. Notice your breath whenever it's easiest for you. Maybe you'll notice it more when it's going in and out at your nose. Perhaps you feel it most in your chest, or maybe you feel it in your belly. Just see if you can notice your breath and follow it from the beginning of the in-breath to the end of the out-breath. If you wish, place your hand on your belly and feel the rhythm of your breath. We're just focusing on one thing right now, following the whole breath with your full attention from the beginning of the in-breath to the end of the out-breath. We're mindfully paying attention to what's happening on the inside. If you find you're thinking something, it's okay. Just let the thought go and focus again on your breath. Coming in and going out. When you're ready, open your eyes and just notice how you feel after a few minutes of just paying attention to your breath. If until you watch the next mindfulness short session, you want to practice paying attention to your 5 senses or your breath, I hope you can find some time to do that if when you feel stressed. If you just remember to take some slow, deep breaths, you might find that you feel a little less stressed. Until next time, bye.